Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you tonight for a album review. This is gonna be for the second album review that I'm gonna do for this Friday's new releases. That this album does come out at midnight tonight. This is for Danny Elfman's new album, Big Mess, that I just got done listening to while I was at work today. So I'm gonna discuss what I listened to for this album and let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive into this review. Now, this is his first album in 37 years. I'm like, holy fucking shit. Because I know he's been doing, uh, like, music for movies and all that. Like, composing music for, movies and all that, and soundtracks for it, too. So that's pretty cool. I think he was a part of Star Wars, I believe. I think so. I have to look into it again. Because he's been in a lot of things for composing music for certain movies. But this is his first album in 37 years, and it is his second studio album. Uh, which I think overall, this was a good album. I just personally thought a few songs were a little weird with his voice. And then, like, Sorry had this haunting melody and haunting choir singing and all that, where they go, sorry, I'm so sorry, with that kind of shit. And I'm like, holy fucking shit, this is giving me chills down my spine. But it was pretty good. I really enjoyed it, how they were singing the song, the choir people in the song. It sounded pretty haunting and a little scary to listen through. Haunting choir singing and all that. But True was another good one that I enjoyed. In Time was alright. I forgot to rate Everybody Loves You. Uh, give me a moment. Yeah, Everybody Loves You I really enjoyed, but that was like a 7-minute song. I did not. I was looking at the Spiral Notebook and I didn't write a rating for Everybody Loves You. But pretty much, it's an 18-track album. It's 72 minutes long, so I didn't have time to listen to it again for a second time, but I know I've heard pretty much what I listened to at work today, because I do outside work, and I play music while I'm at work. Uh, but yeah, I think this album was good. Just certain production sounds. I think production was very good on this album. It's just structurally with how Danny Elfman is singing some of the time, it has some moments of cringe with, I think one example is for the Kick Me song. That song, uh, wasn't crazy about it that much. I thought it was fine, but it could have done a lot better. And Love in the Time of COVID was another least favorite. Uh, After that, and Get Over It was another least favorite. I forgot to mention that. So there were a few iffy songs from then and there, but majority of the tracks were pretty outstanding. I just like the production on this album. This is an album I'll definitely remember at the end of 2021. It's not going to be on my best albums, but it's going to be in a good spot in decent to good albums. I can tell you that, which you kind of know what I'm going to rate it now. Uh, so sorry for revealing that. Um, but yeah, Dance with the Lemurs is another song that I found to be weird, but at the same time, it didn't do so bad. Serious Ground was good. Choose Your Side was a political song about uh, the world and all that, and politics and all that, about Trump and all that. Uh, he puts in there like Trump's voice in the song or whatever, and I'm like, hmm. guess he's an anti-Trump supporter or whatever. Or meaning he hates Trump, is what I'm saying. Which, yeah, I don't want to get into politics about that because not a lot of people are going to agree with your beliefs and who you vote for and all that. Because there's other people that think differently. Uh, We Belong is a little weird of a song, and Happy was another weird one with how Danny Elfman was singing. Kick Me was probably the weakest song, like I said, because Danny Elfman tries this singing pitch and it does not execute very well, in my personal opinion. It kind of made me feel a little off. It threw me off a bit how he was singing that certain pitch and it didn't sound right. But Insects was they Danny Elfman redid the song from his older band, uh, from back in the day in the 80s. Um, and he redid the song from his old band that he was a part of back in the 80s, like 84, I think. And it didn't do too bad. Cruel Compensation is a good one. Better Times, Native Intelligence was very good. Devil Take Away, Just a Human was very good. And yeah, I think I pretty much talked about most of the songs. Overall, I think Danny Elfman's new album, Big Mess, like I said, by Danny Elfman, was good. I personally would recommend listening to this album if you like good production work, and musically it sounds very good. Just how Danny Elfman is singing the songs can be a little underwhelming and a little bit cringy to listen through. Uh, and like the execution of how he's singing certain songs may not sound very good, but I think production wise he did very good on this album. So for a score, I think I'm gonna give Danny Elfman's Big Mess album an 8 out of 10. This was a good album. I will definitely remember this album for by the end of 2021 because this is an album I'll probably come back to quite a bit. But it is 72 minutes long, so I'm like, oh fuck. So I did not want to listen to a 72-minute album again because I heard the Taylor Swift Fearless uh, Taylor's version album this year, and that was almost 2 hours long. So I was like, fuck. So at least it didn't do so bad. So yeah. Comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the new Danny Elfman album, Big Mess, if you've heard it. And if you like this album review that I made for you guys tonight, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can to support the channel. I guess I'll be returning to you again for Maroon 5's Geordie album review. I'm going to be reviewing the extra tracks with it. Tracks 13 and 14 on the album. I gotta write down the track list again. Well, write it down because I didn't get a chance to write it down. But I'm gonna be reviewing that tonight. And then AFI's new album, Bodies, will have to wait till the morning or sometime tomorrow night. I gotta see what I'm doing tomorrow morning, but pretty much if I don't return to you tomorrow morning for any new reviews for a new album review, it's pretty much because I have other things I'm doing, and probably busy doing some other chores or whatever. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this new Danny Elfman album review that I did for Big Mess. This is his first album in 37 years, so almost 4 decades it's been without a Danny Elfman album. So that's quite a while. But I'm I'm glad I got to listen to this because it was a good listen. It was weird, but at the same time, it was a good listen. So I highly recommend you check this album out if you are interested in good production work, because he's good at producing music and all that, and composing music too. But singing it, I don't know. Sometimes with certain songs he does well with singing it, and then there's other songs that tend to not suit him well, or not, or are not the song for him. But stay safe, take care. Hopefully you enjoyed this new album review I did for you guys tonight, and I'll see you in my next review.